Beginning, when we had nothing, he was there to encourage me to move on. When we had issues, he was always there and he has been there. And you shall always be there, Papa. I thank you so much. Gbogbo we have come very, very far journey. May God bless Alaja Tinubu, our mother, grandmother, our pastor. I remember when we went there to crown the Aloja of Amuwo Odofin, and she told that one thing readily in high school. And I thank you, particularly on environmental issues. You know, we have been talking about Ebola before it came to Nigeria. How dangerous it was, or it is. But I thank you for keeping to the environmental upkeep of this local government. I thank my political leaders, starting from Baba Balogun, Alhaji Eyifujowo, Alhaji Adebola, Ayo Ogunbiye, Mrs. Francis, Baba Shalom Shalom, Baba Francis, many of you. Because of time, I will not be able to mention your names. I thank the old, the young, the youth, the women. I thank my council manager and the management team. Even with his old age, the council manager will still struggle to stay with me till 12 midnight. Even when some went to report us at the Civil Service Commission, Your Excellency, that I keep them till late in the night. And I said, no, it's voluntary. If you wish to stay, you stay. Because I know my leaders are Asiwaju and Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. And they don't even close until the second day. Báwo ni ẹkùn ṣe máa bímọ tí kò ní jọ bàbá ẹ̀? Ẹ̀yin àgbàlá ní pé ọmọ tẹ́kùn bá bí ẹkùn náà ló ń jọ. So I thank all of you that have given time to move this local government forward. South, 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 Igbo Kwanu, Igbo Kwanu, Igbo Kwazeno. I thank all of you, particularly the Serika Usawa and all of our northern brothers and nationality leaders who have given time to support us. That is why we have a coalition government. Your Excellencies, our government is a coalition one in the ESCO. It has all nationalities. Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, and of course South at the SSA level. We have maintained the affirmative action. It's half and half. Half women, half men. And this was not done deliberately. Because as much as I believe in affirmative action, I also believe that women must struggle and fight for their rights and not rest and be given one or two puddings. Helen Johnson Sirleaf was not given the president of Liberia. She fought for it. And I believe one day, in the nearest future, after this present coming government of APC at the central, at the next one, possibly, if the women organize very well, the number is on your side. It's possible to swear in a woman president under the platform of the APC, God willing. I have tried to thank everybody, but I will thank men of the press. Some people say, Ayo, you to the press. And I say it is not my fault. As a former national publicity officer of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, I have worked so closely with the press. I decided that pen is mightier than the sword. It is only the press that can help us to amplify our programs and take it to all the corridors of our country. And if not so, why do we have Ministry of Information? Why do we have the Information Unit? As I have worked so hard to improve through the Works and Housing Department on infrastructure, done same on health, done similarly things at the agri sector, so also is information. An uninformed mind is a deformed mind. I thank my friends from the Fourth Estate. May God continue to be with you. Distinguished, I feel proud to welcome you to this unique history-making event. For on this day, you all stand as witness to the commissioning of multi-projects in Amuwo Odofin Local Government by His Excellency, the Executive Governor Emeritus of Lagos and National Leader of All Progressive Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our own revolutionary Jagaban, and other eminent leaders here present. Distinguished, I thank you all for being a part of our history. Of course, what time other than now can we be so appreciative to celebrate and appreciate our leader who, against all odds, choose to make life meaningful for all at a time when our collective heritage experienced an unprecedented rape of our national heritage by a corrupt gang of leaders at the central government. A time when our economy and people were repressed by a few. What other time can be so appreciated other than now to celebrate this social icon and political juggernaut who have not relented even at the detriment of his health and personal safety to bring about the positive vision of our founding fathers in evolving a country that is pivoted by the rule of law, freedom, and opportunity. Surely, our own indefatigable Jagaban, whom we are naming this edifice after, is a rare breed amongst his peers. My gratitude first goes to the Almighty God, who in his benevolence has allowed me, my dedicated team, and the good people of Amuwo Odofin Local Government area to replicate in our local community the giant strides of our beloved governors, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola SAN, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, and Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, the Executive Governor of the State of Osun. Distinguished, this milestone occasion with experience the commissioning of the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Legislative Building, Freedom House, 7 newly reconstructed roads in Festac Town. It is instructive to state that the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Legislative Building, Freedom House, is the first of its kind at the local government level in Africa, some part of Europe, America, and Asia. It has a hallowed chamber, executive, and popular gallery, which make it unique from other legislative buildings at the local government level. The building also consists of 22 offices, 200 capacity multipurpose hall, 50 capacity conference room, 11 private toilets, 10 visitors toilets, a security room, general stairway, emergency stairways, 27 2.5 HP split unit air conditioners, 9 3 HP cabinet air conditioners, and a reception area. The magnificent edifice is also with roof gutters to harvest rainwater in pursuant of our green initiative and a septic tank to collect and evacuate waste. Your Eminence, permit me to quickly appreciate our pool of resource team who worked tirelessly to make the Freedom House project come to reality. Worthy of mention is the Supervisor for Works, Amuwo Odofin Local Government, Comrade Engineer Valentine Oluseyi Buraimo, and Architect Lawa Aruna of the Works and Housing Department. Also of note is Archive Nigeria Limited, the council engineer and members of his department, Engineer Cecile Okereke, my SSA on Works, Senior Special Assistant on Works, Engineer I.A. Ojo, the electrical subcontractor, Mr. Antonio Conclave, of Maria, and a host of others. Today, we shall be declaring open fully for use 7 newly reconstructed roads in Festac Town, among which are 22 roads, 7,369 square meters, 4th Avenue Road, 6,100.80 square meters, 41 by 401 Road, 3,304.40 square meters, 322 Road, 4,388.38 square meters, 4th Avenue Service Lane, 6,170.80 square meters, 21 Road I Close, 1,985.21 square meters, and 311 roads. At this junction, it is important to state that Festac Town is a federal government-owned estate. Hence, it is the responsibility of the federal government to maintain it. However, despite the meager federal allocation, we went further to demonstrate to the world that our party is a caring one, a party that believes in the delivery of the dividend of democracy to the governed with an unconcealed passion for excellence. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on the 8th of October, we commissioned the Block B of the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Primary Healthcare Center, Buliado, a block of 3 classrooms at UPE Primary School, 3rd Avenue, Festac Town, issuance of certificates to 200 NIT youth graduates that were freely trained by NIT under the sponsorship of the local government that has spent 13.250 million naira for their training, distribution of poverty alleviation items, and also distributed 7,000 school bags to pupils of this local government. On the 24th of this month also, we commissioned LA Primary School at Ituagon, Anglican Primary School at Tomaro Ilado, Doctor's Lodge at Igbologun Primary Healthcare Center for core members that have decided to serve in our local government at the coastal areas. All these large projects are located at our coastal communities. May I humbly state that in a remarkable period of 6 years of energetic and purposeful governance, driven by a clear vision and a people-centered manifesto of the Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, now All Progressive Congress, APC, we have embarked on aggressive human capacity, capital development projects, massive infrastructural renewal, and regeneration of the environment. In the process, hundreds of projects have been executed, which today have far-reaching positive impact on the lives of the people in this community. For instance, in the education sector, we have made considerable impact. This administration had distributed 420,000 notebooks, 14,000 school bags, 400 life jackets to our pupils at the coastal communities, 13,003 free mathematical sets, 2,750 JAM forms, 2,500 GCE forms to indigent students, and organized several tutorials to beneficiaries of the forms, and the NUT have always given them tutorials. Supported the spelling bee competition since inception in our administration 4 years ago, supported Global Reading Festival, partnered with several organizations such as NEYOKA, Majestin, FHA Long Tennis Club to improve the educational skill of our young ones. Supported excursion trip to Ekiti, Ondo, and the State of Osun. Of course, we took some pupils to Ghana. Supported the 2012 SUBEB Annual Merit Awards, 2012 Speaker Cup and others. Financial assistance to several people worth millions of naira, held several interactive sessions with the teaching and non-teaching staff of public primary schools in the local government for improved performance. We organized training for all head teachers in our public primary schools and distributed 1,500 desks and benches made of high-quality mahogany woods to all public primary schools in the local government. Works and Infrastructure Department. We renovated and brought to acceptable standards 22 primary schools, constructed new blocks of 6 classrooms at RMC School Igologun, Sakokoji Primary School, and LA Primary School at Igologun.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
We shall always fight forever. Solidarity forever. We shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand. Symbol on your mandate. We shall stand. On your mandate. Fire on your mandate. Symbol on your mandate. We shall stand. We shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand. We shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand. We will stand on your mandate. On your mandate. On your mandate. We will stand. We shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand. We shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand. We will stand on your mandate.
Bàbá pàdé o ní yàrá ìbò. Àwa la ó wọlé o. Ó yá àwa la ó wọlé o. Àwa la ó wọlé o. Níjọ́ tá bá pàdé o. Níjọ́ tá bá pàdé o ní yàrá ìbò. Àwa la ó wọlé o.
APC. APC.
Jonathan!
Your Excellency, the symbol of our revolution, the symbol of the left in government, a man that I hold in very high esteem. I will tell you a secret, my people. I have committed a very fundamental harakiri according to our Yoruba tradition and culture. That if a son wants to invite his father to a program, the son must go to the father very early in the morning to explain what he wants to do, seek for advice, and the father's blessing. I had gotten carried away because I was personally monitoring the project. And people were seated with me. And I had put in the name of His Excellency in all of our publicity material. And I was telling them, I am afraid to call my father to tell him that we would love him to be here. But the corner of my mind, just as I did the same to Papa Okpadokun and His Excellency Governor Ndubuisi and Papa Alfred, said, go ahead to call them. They are your fathers. They will understand because of the love they have for you. So as I rang his phone, the phone only rang but once. And His Excellency picked it. And he said, Ayo, I'm in a program. But guess what time it was? It was around 11 p.m. in the night. I could hear the noise at the background. He was talking to his constituency. And he said, I will call you back. About 2 hours later or thereabout, he called. And I explained to him, and he smiled. He said some few words. The building is unique, it's fine, Abi. I said, yes, sir. And he said, don't worry, I will be here. I'm very thankful, sir. The same thing I did to Papa Okpadokun. At the point Papa was busy in his church, I didn't pick the phone. I felt Papa was angry with me. So I kept calling. Then I called Papa Fred and Ndubuisi, and he said, Ayo, we will cancel many things and all things for you to be here. So I thank you for your coming. Similarly, I did to Alaja, been to Tinubu, and he said, Ayo, ma worry, I'm awa, Kitoritiye, just drop the IV. I thank you so much, man. And I thank all of you. I was reading the text, Your Excellency, for the purpose of time. I would like to carry on, sir. Works and Infrastructure Department. We renovated and brought to acceptable standard 22 public primary schools, constructed new blocks of 6 classrooms at RCM School, Igologun, Sagbokoji Primary School, and LA Primary School at Igologun. Constructed 15 boreholes and modern toilets in our public primary schools. We rehabilitated 20 roads in the last 6 years of our administration, which include 51 road, 52 road, 24 road, 71 road, 31 road, 32 road, 21 road, 11 road, circular road at the Amuwo Odofin Local Housing Estate. In addition, we work on 4th Avenue, 3rd Avenue, 2nd Avenue, 7th Avenue, and 3rd Gate by Alakija bus stops. We constructed prototype toilets and boreholes at Omotawa Market, Oyinlola Market, and Aroso Market. We constructed open drains with reinforced concrete on both sides along 6th Avenue Link Bridge, Festac Town, Ademola Kesode Crescent, around Raji Rasaki Estate, and at the entrance of Abule Ado, Soba Town, was also constructed. We drilled boreholes with medium-sized stainless steel ladder filter at Zone C, Zone F, Zone G of Amuwo Odofin Local Housing Estate, while we situated others at 201, 5th Avenue, 24 Road E Close, and 322 Road A Close. We constructed a 4,000-liter capacity and reserve tank with treatment plant at the local government secretariat for our usage. We also constructed boreholes at Ituago, Igualejo Village, Sagbokoji, Tomara Ifako. In our local communities, they are also benefiting from it. We provided desktop computers and laptops for HODs, HOUs, supervisors, and special advisors. iPad 2 and BlackBerry was also provided for our ESCO members, legislators, and the information principal officers, pursuant of our e-governance policy. We procured 4 motorized dumpers for use, 2 Kia Soul of 1.6-liter saloon car, 6 Kia Rio 1.4-liter saloon car, Kia Sportage 2.4-liter, Optima, and 20 Kia Rio 1.4-liter saloon car, all for official usage. We procured 1 Toyota Hilux for project inspection, 3 Toyota Hiace bus for revenue generation, and 1 Toyota Hiace bus for legislative function. A 30-ton Volvo was purchased for waste removal, and a Tata truck of 30-ton bucket was also purchased for the Environment Department. We procured 2 Sequoia Jeeps, 4 Toyota Corolla 1.8-liter 2012 model, 1 Xterra Jeep, 1 Nissan Amanda, 10 Toyota Corolla 2012 models, and 3 Toyota Tundras, 2 Nissan Amanda, and Prado Jeeps was also purchased. Recently, one of our councillors had a ghastly motor accident, but we thank God he was spared and the car was write-off. Through our insurance policy, we were able to purchase a 2014 Corolla vehicle for the councillor. Provision and installation of a 20 kVA and a 200 kVA generators, 22 solar security lights that you can see within the secretariat, inverter to the PHC at Amuwo Odofin Local Housing Estate, reactivation of street lights at Ojo Army Cantonment as support, and provision of 10 500 kVA transformers to our various communities. Environment Department. To establish a safe environment for living, our government embarked on the following. We planted over 5,000 trees of various species, established a climate change unit to educate our people on the adverse effect of climate change and global warming, created Amuwo Odofin Green Club, a group made up of youths who are saddled with the responsibility of planting and nurturing trees, while we also engage 211 street managers to clean our streets. We established Amuwo Odofin Environmental Task Force, a creation of our bylaw under my administration. We have attended several international conferences on climate change, such as the United Nations Framework on Climate Change in Cancun, COP15, Copenhagen. We also went to Denmark, COP16, Cancun, COP17, Durban, South Africa, COP18, Doha, Qatar, World Urban Summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, World Mayors Conference on Climate Change in Mexico City, and the Eco City World Mayors Conference that took place in Nantes, in France, among others. We regularly desilt our drainages, mopping up of refuse, and mowing of our lawns within and around the local government. Regularly, we purchase sanitary equipment such as shovels, wheelbarrows, wire brush, rakes, nose mask, hand gloves, et al. The health department. Health, they say, is wealth. This saying underlines the priorities of this administration on health-related matters. Our policy revolves around free community-based primary health care delivery system. We have been able to cover a milestone in the last 6 years, which includes delivery of over 3,000 babies in the period under review with 0 mortality, and none of them paid for delivery, neither did they pay for cards. 116,003 patients had benefited from our free drug scheme, and we have records to show. The immunization plus days held in the local government recorded 90.5% coverage at various exercises. Integrated measles campaign and NIPDS OPV coverage recorded 100%, and indoor residual spraying IRS program in the local government had average coverage of 90%. Thousands of pupils were screened and dewormed during the deworming exercise in the local government. The Lagos State Ministry of Health, in conjunction with Amuwo Odofin Local Government, conducted the statewide free diabetes and hypertension screening. The total screen was 4,140 patients, in which we had 1,731 males and 2,409 females. The Maternity and Child Health Week, MNCH Week, was observed in all wards of the local government and recorded success. In 2011, Amuwo Odofin Local Government came second runner-up in the MNCH Week Grand Finals. Amuwo Odofin Local Government regularly joined the world to celebrate World AIDS Day, Cancer and Malaria Days, as well as the World Breastfeeding Day. The local government, in conjunction with LAB, conducted free cervical cancer screening with over 250 women benefiting from it. Using the public-private partnership system initiative, the local government has been working with 2 laboratory companies, namely HealthLab and Some Diagnostics. We allocate a sum of 1 million naira monthly for free drugs to people within the age of 0 to 16 and 60 and above years. From one doctor on assumption of office in October the 30th, 2008, we now have 28 medical doctors, several nurses, physiotherapists, and a medical psychologist. We have also organized several enlightenment campaigns to prevent the spread of Ebola, and we have won severally the Lagos State Awards for the best local government on health services. Agric, youths, and sports development. We partnered with Fadama and have distributed fertilizers, fishing nets, and other farming implements to farmers. Participated in the Black Heritage Festival, including boat regatta, swimming, and the Lagos Carnival. Organized the Comrade Ayodele Adewale marathon race. The winner was given several awards, and they went to represent us at the Obudu Cattle Ranch marathon race. We also organized the Amuwo Odofin sport competition in collaboration with Camp David, a sport outfit. The local government team came 7th position from their previous 37th position at 2008 at the Ibile Sport Festival. We celebrated the 5th Amuwo Odofin Music Fiesta at FHA Field with over 10,000 participants and partly sponsored by MTN, with A-list artists such as Two-Face Idibia, Sound Sultan, Harrison, KSB, J1, W4, DJ Z's, DJ Money from the United States, the winner of the Gulda Ultimate Search 2013, the Big Brother Africa, the Chase housemate, also joined us in 2013, and several other elite artists, upcoming artists, just to mention but a few. Over 1,500 applicants have benefited from the microcredit scheme of 50,000 naira loan at 1.5% of interest without any collateral. The administration established a wealth creation bureau that is headed by a former ward chairman of Ward K, Mr. Adeyemi, who is also a retired banker. Financial assistance was given to different people, amounting to several millions of naira. We inaugurated several cooperative societies in our community, our legal department. No country functions without laid down rules and regulations. The local government is responsible for all legal matters concerning local government. This administration has engaged in various activities, amongst which are contractual agreements with several companies and organizations, enactment of relevant bylaws, including Amuwo Odofin Local Government Environmental Bylaw, Amuwo Odofin Local Government Direct Labor Bureau Bylaw, Climate Change Unit and Environmental Task Force Bylaw, amongst over 20 bylaws that have been put together in this administration. Human resource. The department has organized several training and seminars, both local and overseas. We have also engaged 850 non-pensionable staff that we pay over 31 million naira to monthly. We conduct monthly staff verification to affirm that there is transparency and accountability in our stream. Planning and Budget Department. Budget and planning remains a very important aspect of governance. The success of the Budget and Planning Department greatly influences the success of any government. We hold annual budget retreats with civil servants, political office holders, community leaders, and consultants as target audience at our various budget retreats. Quarterly expenditure control and project program inspection is carried out on a regular basis. They monitor the department vote, expenditure profile, while treating all forms of payment vouchers regularly. Security Department. We have our monthly security committee meetings, which has in it the head of the Army Barracks, the head of the Naval Barracks, the various police divisional commands, the immigration, the SSS, our royal fathers, our civil defense, the White Brigade, the LASMA, and critical community elders such as the Chief Imam and the camp president. Of course, the former Speaker of Lagos State, Right Honorable Abayomi Kiyomi, is also a member of the Security Council that is headed by my humble self. Various security refreshment courses are organized for our personnel. We have donated several Toyota Tundra and Hilux security jeeps to the Festac Police Division, Trade Fair Police Division, Neighborhood Watch, and NSCDC. We renovated to modern standard the office of the Festac Town Divisional Police Officer, the State Criminal Investigation Bureau, FCIB, at the Area E Command, and we interlocked the total landed area of the Area E Command, while also clearing the Mammoth Refuge in between the Divisional Police Station and the Area Command. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we gear up for another elections, which we hope will be free and fair, I am more than convinced that the All Progressive Congress, the APC, being the flagship of purposeful governance, will serve as an oak tree offering shades to all and sundry. Today, posterity provides another opportunity to right the wrongs of our past. We have another opportunity to wield our democratic progress and liberate political party, and that is founded upon pro-people's program and perspective. The APC is the only political party that can take us to that glorious height. It's the only party that can bring back the vision and the struggle of our founding fathers to reality. The dividend of democracy enjoyed in Lagos, the State of Osun, Edo, Ekiti, Imo, Rivers, Adamawa, Sokoto, Yobe, Nasarawa, Kwara, Ogun, Oyo State is an evident testimony to the capability and readiness of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, to provide the needed approach in solving the myriad of problems plunging our dear nation. Your vote is all that is needed to achieve all of this. This is a clarion call to all. Let us make history with our vote once again, as we are going forward unrelentless to making sure that APC win all the votes and put in place the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come February. My heartfelt gratitude goes out to everybody within and outside this community who has been part of our success story. We also appreciate our party leaders, including the chairman of the APC in Lagos State, Chief Henry Oladele Ajumale, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Barrister Ademori Kuye, our traditional and religious leaders, market men and women, community leaders who ensure that peace reign in the community, as without them, we would not have been able to achieve all of this. I thank my executives and legislative council, the management and staff for their support in this journey. Our political leaders have been very understanding and cooperative. My appreciation also goes to my family for all their support and understanding. I thank my diplomatic friends, particularly in the American consulate and in the British embassy, most importantly the UKTI. And my condolence goes to my friend that I just passed on, Mr. Peter Carter. And of course, my appreciation to Mrs. Valerie Agodo, who has worked with us very, very strongly. My appreciation also goes to the Austrian embassy and the South African embassy, the German embassy. They've worked very, very closely with the local government, helping to take many of our people down to their domain for training, and they have also invited us to many of their programs. I thank the civil society. Without them, I wonder what I would have become, particularly the student movement, a movement that has prepared me for greater challenges, and of course the NADECO. People would have thought that NADECO is dead, but as you can see, NADECO is still very, very much alive. I thank every one of you who have stood by us at all times. But above all, I thank God Almighty for His love, grace, and protection in all of this journey. Once again, I welcome you all to Amuwo Odofin Local Government, a local government with great privilege and support by all and sundry that have been moving forward and not looking back. A luta continua.
Obìnrin ló ń dá, ó ń dá, ó ń dá, ó ń dá gbìnrín o. Obìnrin ló ń dá, Amuwo d'Amẹ́ríkà, ó ń dá gbìnrín o. Ó ń dá gbìnrín o. Orí ká máa sọ pé àwa ló la Amuwo yìí kò lè bàjẹ́. Àwa ló la Amuwo yìí kò lè bàjẹ́ o. Oh my dear comrade, Amuwo là wá wá. Ó ní ká máa sọ pé ẹ ṣe ibi tẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ ṣe ibi tẹ́ bá dé, àdúpẹ́ o Jésù.
Gentlemen, please, once again, I'd like to welcome the Governor of the State of Osun, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. Please, let's put our hands together for him. That kept me on the road for 1 hour. You were in Igbajo, I was going to Ada. And I found it difficult to move from Oshogbo to get to Ada. So you need to pay me. And I saw one big board by the road that said something like Ataria Janoku. Thank you for being able to overcome the Atari because it wasn't that big. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, once again we'd like to congratulate you, sir, because the battle was fought and it was well won. Thank you. Yes, ma. Tẹ́lá tó kọrin tí ìṣe pé mo pè é pé kẹ́ kọrin. Fáìn ni o. Chairman yìí ti lo táì mi. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to go on. We have His Royal Majesty, the Onilado of Ilado and Inagbe Island, His Royal Majesty Oba Oyekun. They will have the first say. Please, I do know that Royal's fathers don't talk too much, so I am very safe with him. I thank you, sir.
Members of the high table, all protocols being reserved. This is a surprise. I wasn't expecting to speak, but knowing my dear brother Ayo, I'm sure this was his idea. Ayodele has proven himself beyond anything that one could imagine. I had the privilege of being with him on Friday when we commissioned 4 different projects in the riverine area of Lagos State, of Amuwo Odofin. The school, the doctors' accommodation, the town hall. It was all an eye-opener because nothing of that has ever happened in this local government since inception. On top of that, he gave me the distinguished honor of commissioning these projects. So now I have my name on 4 different buildings. Thank you, Governor. I can only pray for you that you go from strength to strength. You are the hero of the people of Amuwo Odofin. There's not much that we need to say about you, except to just pray to God to continue to look after you in good health and to let whatever you desire in your life to reach you. In the name of Jesus Christ, it shall be so. Thank you, everybody. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now go on and ask that our foremost lawyer, Comrade Ayodele, please have his comments now.
Amuwo Odofin and all distinguished people present here, particularly the representative of the Governor of Lagos State, my learned senior advocate of Nigeria. It's a pleasure being here. Occasions like this are very, very rare in our country, Nigeria. There's a simple reason for that. People do not know what they are meant to do in government. Our leaders, almost invariably, aspire to become leaders only to be honored as deities instead of serving the people. And because we have managed to evolve systems of elections which make it unnecessary for the vote of civil society to count, for the votes of the civilians to matter, we no longer care about why we are in government. People go into government just to perform one activity, to loot the treasury. It is very rare to have examples of some of the people who are co-occupiers of the high table here today. And I mention particularly Admiral Indubisi Godwin Kanu, and I mention Rauf Aregbesola, and I mention whom Reverend Adebiyi represents here today, and someone whom I'm proud to call a member of the same profession that I practice. These are very, very rare people in our country today. What can one say of our comrade? There's no other testimony than what you've seen here today. You've all come to witness the height of success, the height of devotion, the height of dedication, and the height of service. So how many bossas does a man like that need? Shall I say 7? 7 bossas for Ayo, our comrade, who has come to show us how leadership can progress in Nigeria. Bossa! 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 Bosa, 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 Bosa. And of course, I have told you nothing about Nateco. The program here introduces me as one of the chieftain. Why? Because our chairman is here. And in our reverence for his position, I will say nothing. I will allow you to hear from the horse's mouth. Behold, I'm not calling him a horse. Thank you very much.
And I'd like to go on now to ask that Payo Aopadokun make his remarks now. And the top table has conspired to allow him to run away from me. I'd like to ask that we'll go on now, we'll take the words of Chief Pius Akiyelure, the National Vice Chairman, APC Southwest,
State of Osun. All that you have done very well. He's very proud of you. Comrade Adewale, you have done well. So he's very happy with you. He's our party leader, and he's very, I can assure you that he's very, very proud of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. The Chief Deco, Excellency, the former governor of the state, Admiral Ndobose Kanu, to make his remarks. Please let's.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos has ably represented. Your Excellency, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ably represented. And I say the honorables who are around. And may I particularly again talk about Comrade Ayodele, our able chairman and his wife. And in that, also talk about all members of the Amuwo Odofin Local Government Council. Barrister Fred Aregbesola had made some comments about governance. Comrade Ayodele Adewale, I wish we were here, would have made some comments too about the other aspect. As you see, Ayo, a young man, well, getting older, he's also grown slightly older, so it will take some years back. You can know how much younger he was. But on his left there too, is the governor of Aregbesola City, who would know what I am talking about. Who knows? It was rough. What is built here today, named in honor of Bola, is called Freedom House. Freedom has so many connotations and meanings. But we let ourselves get into a country whereby, in fact, at a point in time, reasonable people almost wish we would lose our independence so that we can have some freedom. Because we end up with a country in which we are no longer free ourselves. May it never happen again. And it's that context that what Nateco stood for, and is still an unfinished business, unfinished in the sense that we must take the country back to the path of progress. But there are areas, virtual oases in plural, like what is happening in Lagos State, what is happening in Osun State, and what is happening in Amuwo Odofin Local, that we can still say not only is there hope, but there are also challenges that we must pursue to see our country to what it should be. Without much ado, let me say I'm proud and happy this sash you wear. You more than deserve it, and continue. And it was not for personal matter, and that is also evidenced by what you've done here. God bless you, bless your team. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to now go on to ask that, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to now take the comments of the chairman of Conference 57. I'd like to ask Honorable Sulaiman to please make his remarks now.
Your Excellency, the Governor of the State of Osun, Your Excellency, the former Governor of Lagos State, Rear Admiral MWC, our mother and royal father, I stand on assisting the protocol. Well, today we are solidarizing with our brother, our comrade brother Ayodele, chairman of Amuwo Odofin, who once again has done local government proud, and of course has sent West out there that the general impression that local government is not working is of course not correct. With what he has enumerated here today, coupled with what many other local government and local council development area in Lagos State have been doing, I'm sure he has left no one in doubt about how well local government is doing, particularly in Lagos State. And given the opportunity to have more money, we will all be able to more developments in the local government. It is important to state the funds available to the local government is so bigger, and it's important that we let the whole world know this, that we should be praising not just the local government but our governors, particularly the governors of APC states, because the funds that is at the disposal of the federal government is about 56%, meaning that one government holds 6% of the Commonwealth, while what we have at the state is about 24%. And the type of development you can only get in the state, the type of development you can get in the state, if we say they all share it equally, will be about 0.6%. And while we have 774 local governments in the country, the type of development that you can also get from the local government is 0.03%. But when it comes to the federal government that holds onto the 56%, what naturally we should expect, the presence of the federal government in all the 36 states should naturally be 1.6% presence of the federal government in every state of Nigeria. But is that the situation that we have in the country today? Every single development in every state, particularly the states of the APC, are the things that are done by the governors of those states, which simply means if what we are seeing in the states of the federation, particularly the APC states, are those ones that are done by the states, and yet what the states have is just 0.6%. And yet the federal government that is supposed to maintain at least 1.6% of development in every state is not doing anything. Are we then not convinced that come February 2015, when the genuine and the original change that we all seek and desire come to this country, the Nigerian nation will witness the type of development that we are witnessing in all the APC states, and by extension, what we are witnessing in the local government. Comrade Ayodele, I congratulate you. You are a true ambassador of local government in Nigeria and of course in Lagos State. God Almighty will continue to be with you. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma. Eshu. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now go on. Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who is here represented by Reverend Tuji Adebi, the Special Advisor on Intergovernmental Relations. Please deliver his address.
Bola Tinubu ló ní kí gbogbo yìí o. Babatunde ló ní kí gbogbo yìí o. Raji Fashola ló ní kí gbogbo yìí o. Aregbesola ló ní kí gbogbo yìí o. Àdúrà Kánú ló ní kí gbogbo yìí o. Great Nigeria people! Great Nigeria people! Greatest of the greatest of the greatest Amuwo Odofin people! Great ayé ènìyàn mi o! Your Excellency, although you don't want people to refer to you as Excellency, you said you are purely Ogbeni. You said only God is His Excellency. But permit us in this gathering, in appreciating your excellent performance, the Governor of the State of Osun, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, we welcome you to our midst. Your Excellency, the former Governor of Lagos State, of Imo State, and the Chairman of National Democratic Coalition, NADECO, Rear Admiral Ndubuisi Kanu. Although the former governors that I mentioned of Lagos and Imo is nothing to him, he will prefer you to recognize him as NADECO chairman. Good afternoon, sir. Your Excellency, our own leader, the Jagaban of Africa, ably represented by Honorable Akonde, and all the leaders here present, I welcome you all. All other protocol duly extended. You can see that in my protocol, I started by saluting the comrades, because the person that we are celebrating today, Comrade Ayodele Adewale, has made us proud. We thank God for his life. We thank God for his performance. And we pray that God will continue to strengthen him. But before the arrival of Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, I told Ayo that I'm going to make a speech that there cannot be an Exodus without a Genesis. The genesis of what we are celebrating today is about a leader who believed in the truth when it was unpopular, who believed in Ayo
when even the institution that we are putting in place today for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our leader was doubting his performance. But one person stood by Ayo. God used one leader to stand by Ayo. And that is Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. He took the responsibility for his success and failure. And thank God we are not celebrating failure today. We are celebrating success. On behalf of all the comrades, worldwide, not nationwide, because you can see his speech is an international address. It's a world press conference that he made. On behalf of the comrades worldwide, Ogbeni, thank you, sir. I brought glad tidings from the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babatude Raji Fashola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. You can see that today, as you all know, is a day for ESCO, where debates and resolutions are passed about the type of development, execution of the law that you see taking place in Lagos, which other states, like State of Osun, are already replicating. And that is why he's not around here physically. He has to delegate duties to other officers to go and do certain things that will have taken him out of the office. This morning around 10:30, when I got the letter written by Comrade Ayo to the governor that I must go and represent His Excellency at this very particular forum, and I saw what we are to celebrate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Legislative Building, Freedom Hall. What came to my mind was what a great philosopher, Montesquieu, in 1746, developed as separation of power. That Ayo is putting in place at the local government level what we call separation of power. Especially in the presidential system of government, there is no way a government can function effectively, efficiently, without effective separation of power. If you look at the beginning, just as he said in his speech, there are some misunderstanding at the beginning that almost lead to what he referred to as the impeachment that took place in Kaduna in the Second Republic. But people must just grow to learn of a system. In separation of power is about conflictual and collaborative relationship between the executive and the legislature. You cannot avoid a situation whereby there cannot be conflict. But the conflict may result, if managed properly, to change and development. And the collaboration may be able to bring about the type of success that we are having today. And that is why we have to thank the legislative arm of government in Amuwo Odofin and also the executive arm of government, that their conflictual do not lead to the destruction of a good work that Comrade Ayodele Adewale started in Amuwo Odofin, but also led to collaboration, cooperation that has made the two arms to be able to work together to bring about the Freedom House that we are now putting in as an institution that is going to outlive even the governor. So we thank you very much. And we can see that even our party, the Action Congress of Nigeria, will be going to Abuja to do a convention to put in place our 6-point manifesto. But if you look at the subheads of what the comrade read to us in his speech, you can see that the 6 points that we are going for on Wednesday in Abuja is part of what he has been able to put in place. Like the national security, the local government is interested in security, like the good governance. The local government is already putting in place a sort of good governance, like the human capital development. He mentioned different areas of training at the low level, at the middle level, and at the hard power that are being developed for the local government. He mentioned economic development. Thank you, Kabiyesi, for putting that land in place, which will enhance the economic development of the place. The land and national resources development is part of the resolution we are passing next tomorrow, and also the foreign policy. You can see that even at our local government, he mentioned the German embassy, he mentioned the American embassy, he mentioned the British High Commission, and many others international bodies like that. So that whatever development that is going on at the national by the APC government will be going on at the state level by the APC state government, and will be going on at the local level by the local government of APC. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Ayo. Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to go to the state of Osun now. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together as we welcome Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola.
Thank you. The meaning of that is that I seek refuge in God from Satan, and I'm beginning with the name of God. Having done that, which is quite customary of me, I recognize the chairman of this occasion, my brother governor, over here, our own leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Both of them are represented. Our elder brother in this business, we admire Kanu, and his associate, Ogbeni Aregbesola. I must recognize our mother, Elijah Tinubu, Akukale. I think there are my mo mọ̀ pé torí mi lè ṣe wáyé báyìí torí a ti ń léra wa káàkiri ti sẹ́yìn lórúkọ díẹ̀ ẹ̀ẹ́kùn wa gbẹ́ o. I greet all the other council leaders that are here, all of you. Kábíyèsí adé agbọ́dọ̀ bàtà agbọ́lẹ́sẹ̀, my brother Dúpọ́lá Sẹ́ríkì, Ọlọ́run fi àṣẹ sí èròpọ̀ ọkùnrin o. The leadership of the party here at all levels, former speaker, engineer, all the other leaders here, but I must not fail to recognize the chiefs that are here, but particularly the women. I like women, not only because they are good partners. I think they beautify the world. Anki, downstairs, Anki. Whether you listen or not, I must recognize you are wonderful people. You beautify the environment and the home. You bring life to virtually all situations and conditions. And you are great political support for politicians who know your worth and who are committed to better the life and lot of the people. Women of Osun particularly made it easy and possible to defeat the odds that came to rob us, that came with the intention of robbing us of victory. But
through the grace of God and the instrumentality of the women, they were all defeated and routed. So our women, I salute you for your resilience and commitment to your own welfare and welfare of your children and members of your family. Iyaloja Asaki, civil society, security operatives, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we must thank God for today. But I came for 3 reasons. One, which is the most important reason for coming, is to grace the occasion of a distinctive recognition of Asiwaju as a leader of leaders. Asiwaju is not a common phenomenon, though, as it is usual, some very small but vociferous group of people who rather not want us to clearly and without equivocation recognize him as such. For Ayo to erect this monument in honor of our leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is on its own a major achievement and recognition of him as indeed a worthy ambassador of the cause of the people and advocate of freedom itself, democracy, and development. God will bless you. Asiwaju deserves honor and recognition. If you look at his participation in the political development of Lagos from 1989 to his emergence as a senator representing the largest senatorial district in Nigeria, content and contest of the votes that produced him, the role he played in Nadeko, and the ultimate victory of that struggle, and his return to Lagos. Nobody should easily forget the mountains and miles of refuge that defined every part of Lagos. Today, nobody could even again know that a time was when Martin Street was defined by the height of refuse, the height of the heap of refuse that was there. Now talk of the length of the refuse on Okeodo of the state to Ota. If you have to add to that the roads and even the phenomenon we are celebrating today. Whoever thought that one of 57 local government areas could develop this as the chamber of legislation? I salute Asiwaju Tinubu for his vision, for his tenacity of purpose, and unrivaled commitment to the cause of freedom, human liberty, progress, and development. May God be with him, strengthen him, and prolong his life. That is my number one. For the fine honor to be here, I got to Lagos 5 a.m. this morning. I left Osogbo around 2 a.m. And I didn't do that because I was just madly courageous. No. I was so much engaged that was the only time I could leave. I must catch some sleep, I must pray before. Then, on waking up, of course, as usual, my house is full with people who just felt they must see me for one thing or the other. So for coming late, I regret and apologize. I've settled the first reason for coming. The second is to celebrate this young man. He has tried, but the people have passed on to me encomiums that I don't think I deserve alone. I'm a product of the best revolutionary tradition in Nigeria. Say revolutionary tradition, what do we mean? Those committed to the development of people and space. Those who believe that there is no basis of having government if the people and their environment are not the main focus of that government. And in that category of people was Comrade Olaoni, Baba Omojola, Abiodun Aremu RMC, and several other in SRV, and I will not define what SRV means now. We'll come to that some other time. The group told me, or the group compelled me to ensure that Ayodele Adewale emerged as the chairman of then just coming up Amuwo Odofin Local Government. So when all odds were against him, I had no choice than to insist that, okay, Oga, try this boy for just 6 months. If in 6 months he couldn't perform, hold me responsible, let's take him out of the place. And to God be the glory, he survived the first 6 months, though very, very acrimoniously. But I'm happy that people are willing now to give him higher responsibility. May God bless him. He has distinguished himself so well. Yes, our belief in him was not in any way betrayed. And I'm happy that several things here, at least in this local government area, testify to the trust we have in him. Thank you. My third reason, the character of these, not the character to its architectural beauty, you know, what the building is meant to represent. I may not agree, and this I say with all sense of responsibility, I may not agree with its grandiose form, but I agree with the philosophy behind the erection of this property. That is, to let the world know that the legislature is the heart and soul of democracy. That the legislature is the heart and soul of democracy. I am a strong opponent of presidential system of government, particularly in an immature political environment like our own. There is every sense or tendency for absolutism to develop, that is dictatorship to develop out of what we call presidential executive system of government. The best form of government for all nascent democracies is the parliamentary system of government, because the legitimacy of the government in a parliamentary system is in the house. It's not in any way resided outside the house, as it is the case now. And that is why we are battling with an imperial presidency in Nigeria. The president of Nigeria, by the Nigerian constitution, is a demigod. I don't want to call him God. There is nothing beyond him. And that is why the desperation to hold on to the power of the presidency and the desperation to get that power from whoever is there is beyond human comprehension.
We should not be. So to get out of the mess that we have found ourselves now, one of the major things we must do is to change presidential system of government to parliamentary system of government, where power resides absolutely in the legislature. Power is spread. Power is equally distributed in the parliamentary system. It is not put in the hand of a single man to use only his whims and caprices to rule a multi-ethnic, multi-religious, multicultural space like Nigeria. The nation of Nigeria by itself recommends a parliamentary system of government where collaboration will be the basis of government. To say what I'm saying now is another reason for coming, because you must find a suitable ground for it. So as we are commissioning Bola Ahmed Tinubu legislative building, I'm joining it in the advocacy for the return of Nigeria to parliamentary system of government.
And to pray for you that you keep on going from height to height. And the hands of the Lord will continuously be upon you. You shall not falter in Jesus' name.